tickets all around. He let Polly shove him back into the hallway, dazed and clutching the toilet plunger. He stared at it in his hands. It had her DNA on it. Now his, too. Had Polly been wearing gloves? Had Tom? He couldn't remember. Maybe the girl wouldn't either. Trauma did that to a person, he knew. He talked to enough fucked up people to know that sometimes the damage was bad enough that they stayed fucked, no matter what you tried to do to help them. He glanced back at the door, where he could hear the sounds of them moving around in the room, tidying up and making it clean. He could take the plunger out front and tell what they did, or he could head for the rear exit and the dumpsters in the alley. Trash pickup was tomorrow morning. No, it was today, he realized. It was past 1 now. 7 hours, give or take, and maybe they would be home free. A shadow appeared at the end of the hall. Someone was coming his way. He gulped, closed his eyes, and turned for the back exit. Chapter 1. Icy slush seeped into Annalisa Vega's left boot as she stood over a disappearing crime scene. The snow had picked up intensity, filling in the mugger's footprints by the trees and diluting the victim's bloodstains on the pavement. Annalisa's boots were 5 years old, the soles worn and separated. But she gave all her extra money to Sassy now, and replacing them never seemed like a priority until she was standing outside in the Chicago deep freeze. Their female mugging victim had been hauled away unconscious in an ambulance, and forensics was busy at another scene. At 4:30 in the afternoon, their perpetrator was already receding into the shadows. "Looks like he waited for her behind those trees over there," she said to her partner, Nick Corelli. She had a winter hat and scarf on, probably never even saw him before he grabbed her. Nick's phone flashed as he snapped a few more photos. "A crime of opportunity," he concurred. "He attacked the first vulnerable person to walk by." He craned his neck back to peer up the nearby apartment building. "The top floors over there facing the park have a pretty good view. Maybe we'll get lucky and someone saw something." Sure, maybe. Residents in this area had long ago learned to keep their eyes to themselves. She eyed the hulking brick building with dread at the idea of climbing all those floors for nothing. What are the odds it has a working elevator? "Aw, come on, Vega." Nick gave her one of his easy grins. "I know you like working up a sweat with me." "You're not allowed to say that stuff anymore," she told him as she started walking toward the building. "Since when?" He fell into step beside her. "Since the ink dried on the divorce papers 14 years ago. Didn't you complete the department's sexual harassment training?" "Yeah, but turns out there's a loophole." She stopped walking to look at him. "What loophole?" "If the two parties have seen each other naked in the past 6 weeks, then it's flirting, not harassment." She winced inwardly. New Year's Eve, 4 weeks ago. A champagne headache that felt like it was still wearing off. "One night in 14 years does not change the rules," she told him. "That's why I'm angling for another. Speaking of, what are you doing later?" "Having dinner with Sassy and the girls, assuming we're not still canvassing this building by then." Sassy would probably rather she canceled, just sent the money. Not have to host Annalisa at her dinner table and pretend everything was normal. "Okay, what about tomorrow night?" They reached the building's entrance and Nick's cell phone rang. He held up a finger to her as he went to answer it. "Hold that thought." "Yeah, Corelli here." Annalisa waited at the door while he finished the call. "Well?" she said at the brightening in his eyes. "The victim regained consciousness en route to the hospital. Her name is Estelle Roberts. She works at the printing shop 2 blocks that way and walks through the park to get to the L every afternoon after her shift. So maybe it wasn't random after all. I'm going to get over there now to interview her." She widened her eyes at him. "And leave me going door to door through the whole building?" "Hey, at least you're out of the weather, right? And we only need to talk to witnesses on the east side. If I get anything useful from the Vic, I'll let you know." He jogged off through the falling flakes, and Annalisa suppressed another epithet as she let him go. Her ex-husband was better at talking to people than she was, and she'd been counting on his charm to open doors. But the most important witness right now was the